Hello, I'm Karen, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I've made these lovely little bags. And I'm also, as you can tell from the title, Dr. Potter said no. This is why he says no, because according to Wikipedia and Liz Paluden, in 1823 or 1824, that's it says 1824 on the other things, Wikipedia says 1823, so I'm not arguing about that. But he said no. Because of this pattern that was written then, he says no, crochet wasn't originated in Limerick, because that means that it was before then, because in Limerick it was in 1829. So I says, okay then, maybe I should say evolved. Maybe I've used the incorrect word. Okay, so, and I've also asked him if he will get me the original copy, because at the end of the day, like now, here it says it's 1823, on the other things it says 1824. We've got here it says doubled heckelsteek, which translates into double crochet. If you type in double heckelsteek into Google Translate, that tells you that's double hate lane. It doesn't even say crochet. So, and I'm not getting into an argument over stuff like that. That's not my point. So I said if I can see the original, then I can translate it for myself and I can actually see. And from the picture, I always thought that it was this star on the bottom was an applique. But then I learned how to do something different. I was like, oh, maybe it's not. Maybe my journey is going to take me to another different country, but it still leads me back to Ireland. I'm sorry, he's not getting away with it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you. This is what happened is I had one of those aha moments yesterday while I was reading Mlle Riego's 1846 book, and this here, what I've used for the cord of my bag, is in her book, and she calls it a chain. Okay, so I'm going to share with you how to make a chain. Now we all know how to make a chain in crochet, and it's like, hang on a minute, why has she got a chain separately? And she said she got 2 strands of yarn, and what you do is you chain one and then you chain the other. Yeah, and so when I did it in 2 different colours, it created this beautiful pattern. And I was like, oh, I really like that. That would make just a perfect cord handle for a bag. Okay, so then I just started crocheting. And as you can see from this one, I made some Billy Podge mistakes. You know, it's the first time I ever did this sort of crochet. It's actually called tapestry crochet, which I've never ever attempted before in my life. But while I was doing it, I think I might have invented a new stitch or 2. But anyway, we'll see. Those that are in the know will know, because obviously I don't. No, I'm just being a bit sarcastic. I'm sorry, but no, genuinely, those people that can do the tapestry crochet, please let me know. Has it got a name, this particular stitch that you're doing there? You know, it's like the other ones that I did. Have they actually got names? Because I couldn't find them anywhere, and I've been searching and searching for that many different things. It's been driving me nuts. I couldn't even sleep. Anyway, I'm starting off with a magic loop, and I'm just going to make I'm just doing single crochet. I'm going to do 6 single crochet into my magic circle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope that you can see what I'm doing, because I've tried this video with lots of different colours and it's just coming out wrong every time. Right, so I'm going to slip stitch together to join there. Okay, so I've got my 6. So I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to work 2 stitches in each stitch all the way around. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, woo, and 12. I'm ignoring the chain and I'm slip stitching into the top of the first stitch. Okay, so that's round 2 with 12 stitches. Round 3 is where I'm going to chain 1, and this is where you go 1 and then 1, 2 all the way around, but I like to count, so I know that I'm going to get to my 18, which is my correct figure at the end of it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I'm not using the chain stitch, I'm slip stitching into the first single crochet or double crochet if you're in the UK to join. So that's my 18. Chain 1. This round we're going to go up to 24 stitches, so it's going to be you work 1, 2, and then we do an increase of 2, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, oh, hang on, I'll put my on there, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm ignoring the chain, I'm slip stitching into the top of my first single crochet or double crochet. Okay, I'm chaining 1, and this is my last round of my increases. So this time we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and do our increase of 2, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I'm sorry, my yarn's got stuck, 14, 15, 14, 15, where am I? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and the last two, 29, 30. And this time with my chains, I'm not going to slip stitch to join. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my new yarn. hopefully I can work this right, because I'm really new to this. It's not something that I've ever done before. Before yesterday. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to keep that one underneath, but I'm catching hold so that we're tucking this in as we go along. So we're going to go 1. I'm just working this one underneath, so that's come over. This black's come over my hook, but the red is the one that I'm working with. Yeah, I know this is very confusing. That's 2, 3, 4. Now my 5th stitch, I'm sorry, I'm not the best at this, so you can actually see a bit of my black showing through, but so we've done the 4th stitch. Now what I'm going to do on the 5th stitch, I'm going to put my hook through, I'm going to catch hold of the black yarn, pull that through, but then I'm wrapping over with the red still, so I've made myself my first little point. Okay, I don't know if you can see that very well. So that's my 5th stitch. So now I need to just keep working the red again. So I want 1, 2, 3. You see, I'm not doing very well, am I? Tucking in my black. But 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the black stitch. Catch that and pull that through. That's my 5th stitch. And then again, I want 4 red. 1, 2. You see, your yarn all the time it's constantly twisting and getting muddled up as you work, so you've got to keep stopping and starting with that. And like I said, it's because I'm new at this, which obviously a lot of you are going to be new at that as well. You're going to see a little bit here and there, but once you get the hang of it, excuse me, you'll be all right. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th stitch I'm catching the black, but casting yarning over with the red for my 5th stitch, and then I want to go back to the red again. So all the time, look, I'm trying to actually work in the black as I go along, so you can't really see it. So those that have been doing tapestry crochet for a long time, they might be laughing at me, but I don't mean to be rude or anything. It's just I just wanted to share with you what had happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the black stitch is my 5th stitch, and then I want 4 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the black one, and then again 1, 2, woo, I'm just coming out of there a minute, that's 1, 2, just get myself sorted again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need to do black stitch there. Yeah, and this is where I see that maybe I should have slip stitched to join, because I'm actually slightly out, aren't I, because it should be in that stitch really. But we'll just carry on, soldier on. And then what we do now is we keep working along with the red. I'm sorry, I'm getting all twisted up. Keep working along until the stitch at the side of it, because now we've got here, so we can see the little black bit there. So now I'm going to actually do 2 of the black, which is going to, you can really see where my little point is now, yeah. And then we work along this does mean, because I'm actually still wonky there, I'm still going to end up slightly off with my points again, but I'm not going to get worried about that, because like I say, I'm actually learning and I'm sharing with everybody me learning a brand new skill. And once we get going, you'll start to see, because if you look at this bag, we're creating these little points here, but as we work up, it's naturally going to finish with those points up there at the top. So this is all we keep doing, is we just keep increasing the amount of black ones, pardon me, keeping increasing the black ones when we get there. So now I need to do I've got a tight stitch there. That's one of my downfalls with this, is that I keep making things a little bit too tight, so I can't work in it. So I've done my 2, and now I want to keep on working with the red. Now when I was having a look on the internet, I was looking to try and find the name of this stitch, because I thought, oh, what is this stitch called? I discovered that it's not actually a stitch as such, you're just still working the single crochet, and it's classed as tapestry crochet, which I found very interesting, because I thought, if that original pattern actually is a tapestry crochet, then that really means that tapestry crochet was the way that it all came about, and with it being called crochet, because it didn't actually have, when you look for the history of it, it didn't actually, there's hardly anything about tapestry crochet, which I found bizarre, because, well, there's all this other stuff where everybody is saying, oh, where did crochet come from? But then all that time I've been doing that history, it never ever came up and linked tapestry crochet together. So it'll be interesting, because I actually do know from looking at Mlle Riego's work, because I thought, right, I'm going to really study these patterns that she's written, which is how I found the stitch that I found yesterday, because there's that many different stitches in crochet. They've all got different names, the patterns and everything that you can do. Somebody somewhere sat for an awfully long time learning and writing all about that. And anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be repeating myself, but in the Penelope magazine, the person that wrote that magazine was Barbara, no it wasn't, it was Anna Barbara Van Meerten, how do you pronounce that? Schilperoot, I think is how you pronounce it. And she was a Dutch lady. She was like a woman's activist kind of person. She was into charity events. She opened up an all-girls school. She was like a probation officer. She supported prisoners and all sorts of different things. And the magazine, she shared all things for women, so there was embroidery, and also this some crochet patterns. Apparently there's actually 5 of them, 5 of the bags, and to be fair, I think we should all have access to those patterns so that we can all have a go. So if Dr. Potter comes up trumps with the pattern, I will share. I will translate from Dutch to English, and I shall share. because I think that that's what you should do. But yes, anyway, this woman, because she was doing the magazine and everything, it made me wonder, because you got to think, you see, look how it's forming now, yeah? You're forming your little tiny triangles now, so you can see how when you get up it's going to create your point. So then when I get to a certain stage, we just work the black all the time, but for now we're just keeping on going, whoops, tucking in the black and the red as we go along. But yes, made me think, I know that the magazine was published in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam was the actual publisher according to the research I've found, and that doesn't mean that the Dutch wrote it though, because anybody can send an article to a magazine. And in 1823 I was like, okay then, where was our family, what was going off? Now in 1823, check this one out, Mr. Walker, who married one of our ladies who I think is Mlle Riego, I need to do a black one there. Mr. Walker was actually the manager of the Colorwork factory in Essex before they decided to go and move over to Ireland and set up business in Ireland. And I thought, why would you leave your family business to go and set up a business in competition with your own family? That seemed a little bit weird to me, because you wouldn't, you know, not unless you'd had a fallout or there was some kind of argument of sorts or things like that, which could have led to her sending the pattern off to a magazine. Because if she wanted to do that, wanted to do crochet as a family business and get everybody doing crochet for the company, but like her dad was like, no, because the business can't afford to cope with a new thing like that or whatever. And she got married to Charles. Charles was the manager of the company, and like we said before, when I worked it out before, his £20,000 that he put into starting up the Limerick factory, that worked out to be £1.5 million in today's money. And he ended up opening factories in all sorts of different places. What is it called? Kilmarnie, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, so there's all these different places and different things that they was doing, and he ended up with several factories with different managers. So it's not impossible for her to have sent that pattern to the Dutch magazine, especially as she came from, because Belgium wasn't actually officially called Belgium until 1830. Okay, it was actually part of the Netherlands between, what was it, 1794 and 1815. Napoleon, he'd taken over the whole of it, and so he made it so that you wasn't allowed to speak Dutch anymore, you had to speak French. And he was sending all the young men off to war, to fight his war in a country that he'd just conquered, which obviously the men didn't want to do that, which you can understand why the Riego family decided enough's enough, you know, we've got to go. And as we know that they was like refugees, so this Anna Barbara lady, she could have easily have been in a position to be able to support them leaving the country. And you know, it still happens today. We, you know, like we've had them now, haven't we? You know, we've had all the different things that have gone off with the wars abroad, and everybody's trying to leave and run away and come to a new country to be safe. And so they came over to England. They set up their little business. Apparently, it's just started off with they just rented a room to start off with, and then began teaching people how to do the tambour lace. So, and I was thinking, if the pattern is actually like this, if it's made like this, this is tapestry crochet, which means that she actually that normal crochet as we know it today evolved from tapestry crochet. So and I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I know that we all thought it came from the tambour because of the hook, which that all did make sense, but knowing about the tapestry crochet, it just makes you think. I mean, I always thought it came the other way around, that tapestry crochet, you know, because that is something I've seen this work, but I never really knew what it was called, and I never really wanted to attempt it because it looked really scarily hard. And I'm a bit wussy like that. But yeah, so it just, the possibilities are endless, I suppose, really. And like it says with crochet, and so are the stitches, because I'm just looking at the time actually. I'm on 26 minutes, and I don't like to make massively long videos because I think that people will get bored. But I think with this one, oh look, I made a mistake there. Look, 'cause I was busy chattering. I made a mistake. Oh, maybe that's going to look like a little heart. Oh, that would be pretty, wouldn't it? Oh. Oh no, I've done another red one now. Let's just come back. I'm not undoing all of my work because I made a mistake. I bet you all saw it while I was chatting, going, you just made a mistake there, look. And you're like, wait till you get round the other side and you see that. Oh, look, that's nice. Look, see, look, I'm even making patterns in my work even as I go along, look. Oh, that's nice. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually, because I'm just going to stop a minute, because on here I did, how many rows? 1, 2, 3. I did another 3 rows, so like I've got that row going around. So I've got I've only got another 2 rows to go. Can you bear with me for this bit longer so that we can? I won't make it exactly right. I just want to show you my other stitch that I've come up with, because I don't know whether it's like this one. I looked up tapestry crochet and I couldn't find this particular way of doing it, but obviously, I mean, it's beautiful. I don't see why. There must be somebody somewhere that's got it, eh? Can't see that I've like really discovered a brand new stitch, or it's not a brand new stitch, but I mean a pattern of sorts. I don't know. I'm just going round the bend, I tell you, from lack of sleep, like driving me nuts about this this pattern. It is Penelope magazine, because I just think that I just need to see it. I need to see it for myself so that I can have my own peace of mind, and I can share it. I can share with everybody what what I'm doing and how I'm translating it and what it translates into, and see it's supposed to be 5 different ones. So I have ordered. Whoa, I've got a glitch going off. Did you see that? Ooh, I'm just stopping my video. I can see my video is flickering. It looks like I'm having some kind of fit. Stop.